Hey yo everyone, welcome to a new video, and today we have a freaking amazing special video. You guys saw it from the thumbnail, you guys saw it from the title. It's happening. No more Digimons, no hate towards Digimon's fans of course, but oi, we have Pokemons, let's go! Now here's the thing, Vietnamese got an update, apparently kind of a surprise update. It was not announced on the Vietnamese page whatsoever, and the update presented us with some new Pokemon, Overlord, Dynamax, etc., with new held item for this specific Pokemon and also some icon frames. In this video we will take a look at all the skills and skill translations because we have it available on Pokeland Legends Club, and also I can already say that this update is confirmed by the English developers that it will be on the English version, but we still don't have any dates yet. I'm thinking that it should be after the Chinese New Year, which should be next week, so after the next week. Now this update, even though it's kinda small, it's freaking amazing. As you can see, new Pokemon, we have Rakidi, we have Corviknight, and we have Corviknight. Corviknight also with the Overlord form and the Dynamax form. Look at this beauty. He looks like a freaking monster. I love this. I love this design so much. Related to other Pokemon, what we got was a simple, but still meaningful Scorbunny. It's a trainer Scorbunny, similar to other trainer Pokemon that exist, just like for example this Tepig. And related to Pokemon, that's it. But you might be thinking like, yo, only this? That's it? That's the only new Pokemon? This is actually has a huge meaning. And sorry if my English got messed up over there, but the thing is, like, if you think about it, we had Digimons as a last update, right? Last update, they probably did not know what to do, and they grabbed Digimons from a previous game that already existed, and they dragged the Digimons into this game. They tried to make it work in a way that if the community actually enjoyed the Digimon and Pokemon crossover, they would probably just be, well, lazy and grab all the Digimons from the old Digimon games and just, you know, make a mix over here of Pokemon and Digimon. I was trying to stay open-minded about it, but the truth is, deep inside I am a Pokemon fan as well, so I would not enjoy so much to have like a bunch of Digimon in the middle of a Pokemon game, and apparently the developers understood that, and apparently they started developing new Pokemon. And this honestly means a lot, because probably from this moment forward, they will start just developing new Pokemon finally, and not actually developing Digimon. Also, I'd like to point out that I was the whole morning yesterday updating this, and the update was over 300 megabytes, which is quite suspicious. So I have a feeling that there's more Pokemon already inside the game, but not really available for us to see. Even if we go and try and take a look, for example, let's go and check Corviknight's bondings. If we go over here, we can see there's no new Pokemon over here on the bondings, because when we were taking a look at the Digimons, we could see like Tailmon over there on one of the Digimons, and the other Digimon also had Patamon, so we could see some kind of leaks of future Digimon that they would want to introduce. And even if we go over here to the research, which is usually a common place for Pokemons to get leaked, and thank you Bokra for reminding me of this, and also yes, I went to the expedition, which also Bokra reminded me about. If we go down here, my god, please, today, we can see that we have the Corviknight research and his previous evolutions, which provide us with physical attack and speed. No other game modes were added. The only things that were added was this like 6th year anniversary avatar frame and this world championship also avatar frame. I'm not sure if it was added on this exact update, but it's not on the English version. And if we go and take a look at all the held items, we can see over here a specific held item for Corviknight, Overlord, and Dynamax. Now let's go and take a look at Overlord Corviknight. We are going to take a look at the abilities, at all the translations, because we have its own ability, its exclusive ability over here. We also have a dream ability and also very interesting skills to take a look at. But for that we are going to the Pokeland Legends Club. The link will be on the description as usual. And let's start with the passive. After the first time that you cast the Brave Bird, which is the ultimate by the way, we will take a look at that in a little bit. Erase all the negative effects of yourself and increases all allied, both attacks, both defenses by 25% permanently, while also gaining immunity to crowd control and debuffs. Also, when attacking an enemy with cut marks, all of your pets or all of your allies will increase their violent damage by 50%. Now, the violent damage, I'm not sure what it means. It doesn't seem to be Reaper damage. I am assuming it could be crit damage or just, you know, just skill damage, just normal damage. And also increase the speed of all of your allied Pokemon by 25%, stacking up to 3 times. And this cut marks effect lasts forever and cannot be dispelled. What is this cut marks? We will just take a look at the skills and we will understand this a little bit better. Now, I just want to point out that all of these Pokemon skills are group skills and they have insane skill power for being a group skill. For example, look at this. This one has 100 skill power. The skill 2 has 120 skill power. The skill 3 has 120 as well. And the ultimate is 180 skill power. All of this being group skills, which is awesome. Going to skill number 1, ignores and removes Guardian Souls, shields, deals physical attack, steel type damage, adds cut marks to the target. So this already adds that cut marks passive, that cut marks effect to the enemy that it's attacking. And if the enemy already has cut marks on them, they immediately lose 25% of their max HP. So it's like a Reaper damage, extra Reaper damage. Now there was this weird translation that I could not understand. I could not make sense out of the sentence, sadly, which is pets with cut marks have 100% reduction rate in attack rate and 100% increase in attack rate. And I'm like, what is going on the sentence? I don't know. That's why I left the Vietnamese over here so that if there's anybody who wants to translate it, go ahead. But this skill has 100% extra crit and hits, and also after attacking, it will attack once more to a random enemy target, but this time just random single target. This skill can hit flying, diving, shadow forcing Pokemon, etc. But now, what about the Z skill? Remember that if they are marked with cut marks, they immediately lose 25% of their own max HP, right? Additionally, with the Z skill, they lose 50% instead of 25%, and the additional cast is to all the enemies instead of a random one. So this additional cast over here, that is like a random enemy target using this same attack, but on a random enemy target. Now, on the Z skill, they are basically just using this attack again. It's double this. So you can think of this as like, hey, this is a group skill of 100 skill power that will attack again if you use a Z skill, and if they are marked, they already lose 50% of their HP. Like, what? So far, looks very powerful. Skill number 2, 120 skill power. Is a dark type skill. It also ignores Guardian Souls and shields. Also applies a debuff to the enemy that they cannot just recover HP or just get healed. And if they are as well with the cut marks effect, your Pokemon will deal extra 30% damage based on the max HP. Now this based on the max HP, I was not sure if it's based on the enemy max HP or if it's based on your own max HP, which could be awesome. That means that you can build your Corviknight a little bit tankier and it would deal more damage. And after attacking, guess what? The enemies cannot get any sort of buff. They cannot get any physical or special attack, lasts for 2 rounds, and this skill can hit Pokemon that are flying, diving, etc. The additional effects of this Z skill is that the enemies cannot get buffed for 5 rounds instead of the 3 rounds, or instead of the 2 rounds, I mean. And then it adds the cut marks to all the enemies, and if they already have the cut marks, they immediately lose 50% HP. So you are doing this 50% HP, and then maybe this 30% as well? I am not sure. But this sounds like a lot of Reaper damage. Let's go to the skill number 3, also 120 skill power, a flying type skill, and removes all the enemies' rage, and they are unable to recover rage for 3 rounds. And if they have cut marks on them, it will increase the damage taken by 100%. After attacking, the enemies cannot get speed. This lasts for 2 rounds. And if we go and take a look at the Z skill, it's exactly the same as the previous one because it increases the debuff for 5 rounds and also adds the cut marks to all enemies, and if they already have the cut marks, they just lose 50% HP again. So far, it's a lot of Reaper damage, a lot of stuff everywhere, right? We have also the ultimate, which is a group move, 180 skill power. This one is a little bit more simple. Ignores Guardian Souls, shields, removes all the buffs from the target, and deal another attack of 100% of your physical attack damage, and converts all of the damage that you do to your own HP, and this skill can hit flying, diving, whatever. And the extra effect of the Z ultimate is the same, it adds the cut marks to all enemies, and if they already have it, they immediately lose 50% HP. As a reminder, the secret technique of Corviknight is this one. I know this is in Vietnamese, but basically, if the enemy uses any Z skill, it forces Corviknight to move, and if Corviknight uses a Z skill, he can move again. And remember, all of those translations, all of those skills have like a bunch of raper damage every time Corviknight just attacks them. So Corviknight moving 2 times, I have a feeling that he could just one-shot any Pokemon that he wants. At least just one-shot 1 HP bar, okay? We are not thinking about Ho-Ho sets yet. And the exclusive ability of Overlord Corviknight, and also its own Corviknight by the way, the exclusive ability indicates that it should be a tank Pokemon. It reminds me of Resonance Psyguard ability, which is every time that it gets attacked, increase 10% damage, and also 10% on both defenses, and this can stack up to 100%. So it's similar to Stamina, but better. We don't have any heavy armor over here, but we have another Stamina. So maybe we can, I don't know, we can stack up this defense increase with more defense increase, and we have a bunch of stamina going around and a bunch of defenses. It also has an exclusive dream ability, by the way, which reduces your own restriction damage taken by 50%, and also the whole team's restriction reduction by 20%. This would be a very situational ability because, well, taking restriction damage, it's not for everybody that takes restriction damage, and some Pokemon just die even not taking restriction damage, so doesn't matter. And taking a look at the Dynamax skill, all of your allied have their physical attack and special attack increased by 25%, lasting for 2 rounds, cannot be dispelled or absorbed, also increases 40% fury, probably to all the team as well, and can move again after using the Dynamax skill just like any other Dynamax skill. But wait, that's not all, we have more. We have a held item. If held by Corviknight Overlord, it says Conqueror, but it's Overlord, okay? Or Corviknight Dynamax, in battle when fighting increases damage to all of your team by 22%, and your own damage as well by 22%. So I am assuming that maybe Corviknight would have something like this, 44% increased damage, because damage to whole team by 22 and your own as well on top of that maybe. And when your ally deal damage, it will receive 48% HP drain effect, so it's like converting the damage that you deal into your own HP. This effect lasting for 2 rounds, but you know, this is a really messy translation. I'm not 100% sure if this is like exactly how it says. And this is the effect of the +9 held item. I would be really curious to know what is the 1-star and 2-star effect. If you want to read any of those yourself, remember that the link will be in the description for Pokeland Legends Club. Once again, thank you very much to Tropic to provide us to his account over here on the Vietnamese version. And seriously, I am super happy about this new update. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll see you guys on the next video.
Press start.